Welcome to Instant Discussions, episode 92, Django Unchained.
And Micro Machines.
What? No? Not at all. I'm John.
No, we're not doing it. We're doing
Tony.
Castaway.
Oh, right! Mr. Wilson.
No. No, we're not. I already said we're doing Django.
I'm Tony.
Django.
Django.
No, we're not. We're doing Life of Pi.
Sure, why not?
No,
Let's do Life of Pi.
Steffan.
Did you know they're making a Toy Story 4? What the fuck?
What's your favorite part of Life of Pi?
My favorite part is when the tiger and the little boy get in fisticuffs.
That was good.
Toroken! Uppercut! Toroken!
Would you like some? Can I have some candy?
Sure you can!
This is the second Tarantino movie we've done. We've done Pulp Fiction, haven't we? I don't think we have.
No.
No, we just did Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was his first movie, and now we're at his latest movie.
No!
4 Rooms. Got it. All right.
Like,
Not entirely his.
That was a
so
quarter of
I
a quarter
guess
of his.
that works. This I don't like the way the Wikipedia describes this.
What?
It
A black comedy?
It says it's a black comedy. That's just
Wow. No.
Yeah.
No.
It's funny, but it's not a black comedy.
no. There's not like a lot
You
of the
want to know?
stars
You
are
know
white.
what I would replace? I would replace
Not Tyler Perry's Django.
that first word. I would say it's American underdog comedy western film.
That's your revenge comedy.
Yeah, maybe. It's good too.
Ooh,
It's definitely a revenge
apple
movie.
sour than blueberry.
So you saw this in theaters, right?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, you saw this in
I
theaters.
think actually this is like if it's really good, I'll watch it twice in the theaters, and I think I watched this one twice.
I might have.
It was
I don't know.
so. Oh god.
I
Yeah.
did love it.
This movie's very, very, very.
It was. This is like the movie where everybody's like, I used to have a favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, but
Now this is my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
cartoon.
I know a lot of people who said that.
Although I know someone that's Inglourious Basterds still, and now they went to him.
Yep.
You haven't seen Inglourious Basterds?
No, that's my
His
favorite.
No, I still think it was, but this one like threw me.
Oh
for
no,
a loop.
I very much love this one.
Yeah, no, but
it's just
still
I-
Inglourious Basterds is
only because of the themes of it. Yeah, I really love Inglourious. But it's amazing what Tarantino's been able to do. And there's still people out there who don't like Tarantino, so whatever, write them off entirely.
They're a bunch of idiots. Like, they're
But,
fucking stupid
yeah.
asses. How much money do they make? Shit, look at that. Fucking $325 million. Fuck those people.
It quadrupled.
Its box. Its budget was $100 million, which is a lot.
And it got a ton of awards, right?
But yeah, it got $425 billion.
Unless you hate him for his shitty acting, because that was the worst accent.
Let's go to the
We
worst
can
part
jump
of
to
the
the
film.
worst part. 'Cause
Worst
yes,
part is his accent.
the
That's
worst
it.
part is Tarantino's cameo.
What was that accent like? I can't even tell what it was supposed to be.
It was like an Australian.
It's Australian. They were 3 Australians.
Well, except for
Michael Parks didn't really sound like an Australian.
Was he supposed to be
Tried
Australian?
but I think he was supposed to.
you know, tell you what, I'm from Australia.
But he looked good, and I like Michael Parks.
I think I normally am like I laugh at his cameos because they're just so stupid and ridiculous.
Yeah.
But in a movie that is just like so fucking
for how
hellish.
how perfect this
No,
movie is.
Tarantino, get out of it.
That did not belong.
Don't
And
be in it, please.
when I first saw this movie, I gave my ratings for it, and I dinged at points.
Just pick some hick. They'll be
for
way
that.
better than you.
Yeah, I dinged at points for his cameo, but I gave it extra points because of how they killed him. Because as much as I hate his cameo, I really love the way they killed him.
Well, and he didn't even have to like have a real speaking role, or he didn't have to have an accent.
No.
He could have just been like,
I think
oh, this fucking.
I was actually okay with when he was at the dog, where the dog ate.
Oh yeah, he could have been there.
That part was fine. I actually was fine with that one. And if he left it at that, but then didn't do the end part,
Oh, he was in that?
yeah,
The dog part?
yeah.
Oh.
Because you just see him.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
He's just some like
if he's not talking or acting, you're
yeah, you're
fine
good.
in that thing.
If
Yeah.
he's just like an extra,
he's it's mostly
I don't
because
mind that.
it's partly because he's a terrible actor, but partly because he is such a unique personality
Yeah.
and cannot disguise into a role. Not like the way that Jamie Foxx does very well in this, which is one of my favorite parts about.
And
the
what's
movie
his
is
name? Was it Christoph Waltz?
Christoph Waltz. Well,
Oh my
Christoph
god,
Waltz,
he's so. Oh, God,
Christoph
he's
Waltz
so
does a
good.
great job. However, I wouldn't say as much of a chameleon as Jamie Foxx does in this one. Because he's still like Christoph Waltz, and he's similar to his character in Inglourious Basterds, though a better version of, like a nicer version of that. You know, his on the good side.
Yeah, there's still Christoph Waltz in there.
Yeah, it's still Christoph Waltz. Jamie Foxx, I keep watching this movie and
Yeah.
staring at him and thinking of all the other Jamie Foxx roles and thinking,
It's so fantastic.
Well, all
I
I
kept
kept on
on
thinking
reminding
is like,
myself that it's him.
I keep on thinking it
Because
was
it's just
Ray,
Django.
and that he couldn't see where he was shooting.
Yeah, but
Same fucking person.
And actually, I was impressed with Leonardo DiCaprio in this one.
oh yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
he did a great job.
I actually
in
don't
this.
normally like him.
What?
He can go to hell, whatever.
You go to hell and you die.
So-
Burn.
No, he's not. Like, I'm not saying he's like terrible. I'm just
Okay.
I normally don't like the guy
Okay.
in movies. And he's actually one of apparently he's well known for being the actor that, or not well known, but he's an actor that is like they pick him because people when they see a movie and they see he's in it, they want to go see it.
He's one of those,
And
and
he gets cast and stuff because of that. I guess
Yeah.
But
but
he's
Tarantino
still,
casts differently.
Right. No, I
So-
understand. Yeah, but
he
I
has
was
skill,
impressed with
though.
him in
He
this
is-
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio has skill.
he has skill. Tarantino does a great job with casting things.
Look at all the shit.
And of course,
Well, this
Samuel Jackson.
So I was just looking up because the Academy Award stuff for this movie. What I really like about it, not only one of the awards that it got was Best Supporting Actor for Christoph Waltz, and what I love most about that is that he also won that for Inglourious Basterds.
Right. The year
So,
was it the year before?
Inglourious Basterds
2
would
years
have been
before.
2 years before.
Yeah, I think it was like 2
released.
years.
Because it takes him a little while to shoot these movies.
That's true. Yeah.
This again, 2009
And
and
this is
2012.
Oh.
2012. So, yeah, 3 years after. But it's really cool that Tarantino can introduce Christoph Waltz to American audiences, give him the Academy Award, and be like, you know what? We do it again. Get him
Yeah.
another amazing performance. And it was partly because in the first movie he's playing this evil guy, but really well. And
I think I liked him better in Inglourious.
I loved his character in that.
God damn,
Very
dude.
manipulating and stuff. But this one, he gets to play a fun character that then becomes really sympathetic in the end. Like that last part where he's after he sees the tearing apart of the dogs, and because before he's shooting people and having fun, he's taking the bounties,
Yeah.
and he's he's not fond of slavery, but he's not so heavy against it.
Yeah, he won't just like go around murdering people because of what they're doing.
No.
Necessarily.
Yeah, he's murdering people that are on his bounty list that have done those
But then
things.
he's faced with
Like Dexter.
Once he sees the
because
horrible,
he clearly hasn't seen all this shit.
yeah, no, he hasn't seen the inhuman access, and Django has that line in there when he's
Getting
Candy
hurt.
saying he looks very squeamish.
Oh, okay.
He says, my friend isn't used to the cruelty of Americans. He's like, but you are. He's like, I've seen this stuff. So because he's grown up in the slave
Like,
trade,
so you
he's
wouldn't
seen
mind
this
if I
stuff.
fed different when a nigga that dogs? He's your nigga.
And so like he's used to the atrocities and everything, which is terrible. But for Christoph Waltz to see that for the first time, for him to see that, and then the way it wears on him, and to see that in his character, I loved the acting and the way it came across, and that's definitely what got him the award.
Can I add something to my least favorite part?
For sure.
One part that really bugged me
Mhm.
was the end when he shoots Leonardo DiCaprio. Because he is so good at planning and he's so smart. Why didn't he just shoot the fucking guy with the shotgun, take the shotgun, shoot him, they could blow their way out of there?
He wasn't doing it on escape principles. He was doing it on the I need to kill you.
Yeah, but he could have killed him, like, after going through all that.
It was-
There's a huge chance that he went through all that for no reason. They would have killed Django, killed the girl,
It was pure-
and that would have been it.
It was purely emotional. It wasn't. He wasn't taking the time in his mind to calculate it out.
But I'm
because he
saying
was
for
so
me,
overcome
his
with emotions.
his personality, who he was,
Yeah.
he would have right away, without even trying to think, went, poof, shot the guy in the head, took his shotgun, took that dude out, not even use a shotgun, stuck him in the neck, and they would have just got out of it.
I never once questioned it because the scene was so well tension built, and on top of which, I understood that his character, King, had never, he'd never seen this stuff, and he's like just his rage for like what's going on to these slaves and everything is like built so much in him that he's just like he isn't thinking clearly.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
No, I know. I'm just saying through
I think
my
normal
eyes,
circumstances-
through my eyes, he would have been able to, even though he wasn't thinking clearly.
There would have been the possibility of him surviving if he shot the guy with the shotgun, then picked that up, then shot Candy.
or even just stab the dude in the neck.
Because then he could have had the big brawl shootout with Django.
And at least they could have escaped, or he could have, been the bait and let them escape. Because the whole thing was him trying to help him escape and all this stupid shit too. That's for him to save his wife. That was a huge part of the whole plan. And to throw all that away, I don't think it's in his personality as the character in the movie. That's what I'm saying.
I think it is. I think it was. I think his personality is completely changed once he sees that stuff in Candyland. Because Candyland changes you. You know. Get that wrong
Once you
color
play that
card,
game, yeah,
it
just over.
It changes you for life.
Although I don't agree with you, I will fight to the death for your right to think it.
No, you won't.
America.
So the film also won Best Original Screenplay.
Yeah, that makes
Go
sense.
Tarantino. Yeah. There's too many good movies that year. It's tough to get
Wait, so we
but
didn't
it
go
should
over the
have been
favorite
for sure.
parts. What were the favorite
Those
parts?
are
Favorite parts is the whole movie. So, well, I said I liked Jamie Foxx and his performance in that.
I really like the when they go to kill the couple, and they put on the masks and that whole scene. It's so random. Like it really didn't have to be in there.
It's the silliest comedy.
But
of
I'm
the whole
so glad they
scene.
put it in there.
Yeah.
It felt to me like an homage to Blazing Saddles.
You know, like when I think about it, that is a very odd scene.
Yeah, it
It's
completely-
so out of place, but it is amazing.
Yeah,
and
I'm so glad they
I'm
went
not like
Yeah.
upset at all.
It absolutely doesn't fit. Yeah, to me it's definitely Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
And then Jonah Hill's in it, and you're like, what, is that Jonah
Yeah.
Hill? Oh wait, that is Jonah Hill.
My wife spent how many last night fucking goddamn horse. Oh my god.
And then they stop me. They're like, look, we all agree, we appreciate what they were trying to do here.
But it could have been done better.
Oh god, I was laughing quite a bit from that scene.
It's like, oh shit, my holes are all messed up.
You already have enough horrible people doing terrible things to other humans in this movie. So to just make the
It's the
Klansmen like
Yeah,
totally, you gotta have them be something funny in that, and then still watch them get blown up and shot down. So
I think my favorite moments, every time, like, I don't know, this movie did a really good job building tension. Like when the slave was getting with the dog, and then him getting eaten.
oh yeah,
And then, like, when they arrive at Candyland and he sees, Brunhilde and exiting out, and he's, like, about to cry. And
what's also interesting to me is how even
like, killing the sheriff of that first town
yeah,
when they get the beer. Yeah.
Oh
was
my
so
god, that
good.
was so awesome.
so good.
It's like,
Great.
now you can get that. Yeah.
It was because we meet Christoph Waltz's character in that when he finds Django, but we
Oh, that scene was good too.
it was a good scene.
Yeah.
It's a good scene. It gives us a little bit of an introduction to him, but the sheriff scene, that's where we
Yeah.
truly get to know him, and that's
But you know what I like too?
Good
All the way up, like through the whole movie, you see that
God, I
with
need to make my brother
all
watch
these,
this. This is
with
like the-
all these racist ass people, right away he's already giving them respect, which is you're already really enjoying the character. You're like, I fucking love this guy. Like, right, even when he's tied up, he's treating him like a person. Even when they're sitting down for a beer, he's like teaching him how to be civilized.
yes.
And it's like that's why I love his character so much. The whole time he's being just a human within all these like inhuman asshole people.
Yeah, and he's just he is a man of the law and wants to treat everyone fairly, but these people are criminals and need to do it a certain way. And that goes very well for him for a long time until he is faced with Candyland, and that's so that changes that up. Yeah,
I have to witness it because he's always killed people.
So it's interesting to me how many like in all of Tarantino's movies he uses his favorite word in there all the time.
Yes.
And this one gives
Nigger?
him an excuse to use it period accurately as much as possible.
I hate how much fucking shit this movie got for that.
Yeah,
It was so fucking annoying. What was it? The one main actor.
no, Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
No, Spike Lee was so pissed at
God
it, but
damn.
I still hold that the reason he was pissed is because Tarantino made a better movie
But yeah.
about the plight of African Americans than Spike Lee did. Like,
Yeah.
and to prove that too, so this is just another on the other side of that. The NAACP Image Awards gave it 4 nominations.
Nice.
So
nice.
you can't
I
say-
did not know that.
So just because one black person is upset about
That
it.
makes it so much better.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But no, there was a lot of black people.
At least there's a good
complaining
group of
about it.
people that appreciate it. Yeah, no, there were.
There were, well,
But to the same effect, there were lots of black people who.
And you know what, too? Like,
appreciated it.
you don't hear Jewish people complaining about, like, Schindler's List when
Or
they say
Glorious
kike all the
Bastards.
time.
No, but I'm
or
sure-
Glorious Bastards.
I'm sure you can find some. Like
yeah, but
anything, you can find.
compared to, like,
You can
when
find-
America looks at him and they're like, oh, let's put in this in the news because black people are upset.
Yeah, but you can find people of any, of any race to do any to be against anything. But it's the thing is when Spike Lee spoke up about it, that's why you put him in the news for that. And
And then that one chick was crying racism because she was fucking in her car, and then she ended up being fucking in her car.
then
You remember that, right?
yeah, the other.
That's nothing to do with the movie, though. But
Yeah.
she was an actress in the movie,
actress
though.
in the thing. Yeah, terrible. I was gonna see if they had like an exact count of the number of times, but it has all the controversies in here. The other controversies too with the the violence in it, just because
The awesome.
I loved it because it was so ridiculous, and it's got to be for how terrible all the stuff is that's going on.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
You got to have I held when this movie came out. I was saying that instead of using squibs, he obviously used water balloons filled with red paint.
Oh.
Yeah, it's funny
It's
because
just like a
so,
little. It's just like,
so you know
every
how
time someone gets shot.
because before this I think I saw it somewhere, but Leonardo DiCaprio hits his hand and he's actually bleeding. So you see that blood, real blood, compared to every other blood in this movie, where it's just like, it reminds me of Not Scary Farm when they're
Oh.
when they're slicing necks and stuff, and it's just like, but it's fun though. It's a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Samuel
But
Jackson.
that's just Tarantino, like in Kill Bill and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like just
That's what he does. It's his style,
yeah.
and this is his style perfected. So it's got to have that. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson had defended his use of the N word, saying the same thing you were saying with him. It's the saying that is just like saying they say kike too many times in Nazi movies.
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
it's like that's the language that they use because they're terrible people and they use that word. So
Yeah, he was portraying a terrible person.
yeah. However,
And Django was portraying a terrible
Yeah,
slave.
everybody's
also-
saying nigger was bad. Like,
that was bad.
yeah, that's a bad person, and he's saying a bad thing. That's like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
They're not glorifying it.
Yeah, they're
I-
saying, no, this is something bad. Only if you're a bad person should you say this to somebody like that.
Yeah.
And I like when Christoph Waltz says the nigga.
Yeah, the way.
And he's obviously trying not to make
The
it sound
right
bad
type
at all.
Nigga.
Oh my god, and every time
He delivered-
Jamie Foxx
he did
goes
really
like
well.
over the top, like being that alpha black dude.
Yes.
Oh my god. Like,
So good.
so shut up, Moon
This
Boy.
is like he just walks up.
Oh my god, that was so like when I first saw that, like I just wanted to jump in the movies and be like, fuck you! So good.
So, like those every time. Samuel L. Jackson in the movie loved his character.
Oh god.
How terrible he was in there.
Yeah.
This,
He's
hated
a
him so much.
evil
for this.
motherfucker.
So evil, but just it's
Yeah, I
the
call him
evil,
a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the evil complacency of everything, and just it's the
How many?
it's the worst part of this. You say that like you're one of us,
500?
and you
1,000?
put up with all of this.
5,000?
Oh, one thing, I wrote a couple things. One thing I noticed that I wonder, I always think there's like backstory behind the characters
Yes.
that we don't know about.
Well,
Like-
yeah, there always is.
Yeah, so like the first plantation owner, like if you noticed him walking around like in other scenes, there's like a little like half breed, half black dude kid
Oh,
next
okay.
to him, and I'm wondering if like he has like a black girl or something that he
You
goes
know,
around.
yeah, that's likely.
And then they also had that, what was it, that chick with the face mask? Like she seemed like she could have been something like, you know what I'm talking about?
I didn't notice her.
She's the one where when they had all the dogs, she lived in a little house with them, and she had this red like face thing over her and a hat on. You remember her?
No.
I was. Never mind.
No. Remember when that guy's dick got shut off?
Yes. The scream I like because his scream is like a very much in pain scream, and then they shoot his dick off and it gets higher pitched.
Yeah.
And I like that it's just, you don't have a chance. There's no prep. So you have to, like, you see it whether you want to or not. I love that. Like, it just shoves it in your face. It's like, oh, by the way, his dick just got shot off. Yeah.
And then when he shoots the girl, she flies off to the left.
Yes.
Yeah, like, he shoots it like,
just gets more ridiculous.
Well, yeah, because like once again, I've always noticed with Tarantino, a lot of his stuff reminds me of anime, and not really towards the beginning a little bit, but more towards the end. It reminded me a lot more of anime, continually like upping this and that. Like,
I don't know.
I think if with a subject this dark, it's filled with so much comedy, and the violence in it. When it's people getting revenge violence, like shooting them, it's the over the top cartoon violence because it's supposed to be fun. Mm-hmm. When it's a violence against any of the slaves, when they're being ripped apart, like that stuff isn't as over the top.
Would that have been funny if it was?
Like,
she's like,
no, because that wouldn't be taken
no, it'd be
seriously.
horrible, but it'd be funny because
it
that would never happen.
Yeah,
that had to be the real violence.
Yeah, that would have to be real to show them as terrible people.
Yeah.
But when you're shooting the terrible people, that's just fun.
Yeah.
So it has to look fun.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So, I like the way you die.
Well, like even with the what do you call them? The wrestlers.
Mendigos?
Huh?
The Mandingo fight?
Mandingo, yeah, the Mandingo fight. Like, the blood wasn't, like, squirting.
No, that was real. That was
even when he hammered him, there was no...
That was the realistic violence. That was because you needed to feel that.
Gritty and
and just be... You needed to hate
the contrast in the violence, that was a very awesome directing choice.
I don't think I noticed that before, or at least...
I didn't.
Before, but that
was discovered right now.
Yeah. So you can't complain about the over violence in that part of it, like the using too much blood and stuff, because it's the dichotomy is there.
Oh my god, that dichotomy
so
makes it so good, yeah.
It's
so fucking
Tarantino's
good.
brilliance. Just keep finding more of it in there.
Damn it. That's so good.
So Hateful Eight.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Oh,
he's only gotten better.
Pretty much for
only
Tarantino,
gotten
just
better.
I would like to see it. Like it's interesting that he's going to do 2 westerns in a row. But
well, I mean, he did Western Django Dojo. What's it called?
Sukiyaki Western Django, but he didn't direct that one. He produced it and was in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was in it and then helped to get distributed.
I liked it though.
It's interesting, but it's not a Tarantino.
I haven't seen
movie at all,
that one.
It's not a Tarantino film. So I mean,
it's very weird. It's a full cast of Asians in a Western. It's a very interesting movie, but
yeah. For a while, it was on to watch. I would also say they're also. I heard that they're going to do Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair, the 2 movies combined into one.
Oh.
He's working on that. Not much of a new film, but it was how it was originally supposed to be put, but the rating was like NC-17 or worse because of all of the violence throughout it by putting it together in one. So you had to split it up. Anyway, it's a thing that they only showed once.
FCC.
He showed it at his theater once, and now it's going to get more release.
Whatever it is.
That's
MSRP.
That's the
that's
manufacturer's
the
name. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
All those censoring places.
So next week? Ratings? 5 stars.
5 stars.
5 stars, bruh.
I think I get a 5.01 stars last time because I took away stars from Tarantino, but because of the way they killed him, I gave him the bonus, so it got to anyway. But 5 stars. Yeah. You know.
Anyone who doesn't give us 5 stars is a stupid idiot. Should burn in hell.
Just like to There Will Be Blood.
Are you talking?
Ooh.
Are you talking to Spike Lee there?
Yeah, Spike Lee, you asshole.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't put this on par with There Will Be Blood at all.
Spike Lee's latest movie, Old Boy, the remake. Anyway.
I haven't seen it yet.
Also had Samuel L. Jackson in it. I saw it.
Anyway.
Nah, not as good, but anyway.
Anyway,
how could it have been?
We can talk about that, but
it's just like Battle Royale and.
I'd say it's not terrible though, because it's good
Hunger
material.
Games. Battle Royale is just better.
Hunger Games gets different storyline. Anyway, next week.
You did it last time too.
Okay.
I think you said Life of Pi, right?
Isn't it
you sure to say Life of Pi?
No. That's not even on fucking. That's not much. Next week, we're going to be watching a movie we haven't seen called Video Game the Movie.
Yes!
Have you seen it, Tony?
I have.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I just watched it.
Like, really?
Like a week ago.
Not to be confused with Indie Game the Movie, which we already did.
Correct.
It's a video game.
This game, yeah.
Alright. Thanks for watching.
There you go.
Bye! Have a wonderful time!